Hello, my name is Morris Adams, your host for Empowering Voices, where it's my goal to empower you. Empowering Voices is a special program where we bring what's going on in your neighborhood into your living room. Today, we have an amazing program, and I might add, we have an amazing guest. Before I introduce you to our guest, I want to say, in life, there are many moving parts. And when the parts come together, you can do great and amazing things. From time to time, you need someone to help you put those parts together. Our guest is a part pusher. She puts parts together so you can do amazing things. Let me introduce you to our next guest. Vickie, come into our living room and tell our guests a little bit about yourself.
Hello, Mr. Morris. My name is Vickie Davis. I'm so excited to be here to talk with you again and to be able to talk about this amazing event, as you put it. And thank you for having me.
Welcome, welcome. You are a creator, curator, or the sponsor of a special program, Black on the Block. Black on the Block Expo. What is Black on the Block? What is elaborate for us, if you would. Just kind of put it in simple terms so that the person who's never heard of Black on the Block knows what you're talking about and what it is.
Black on the Block is a space for every member of the community to get resources, support, engagement with one another, and find opportunities. I guess that's the simplest way I could put it.
When you say resources, what do you mean resources?
So for sure, we have a lot of resources available in our community and in our county, and Black on the Block is a venue that brings together lots of different resources that are available to benefit children and families, individuals, mental health needs, medical needs, and just social and emotional needs, right? All in one place. So, for example, we have vaccine clinics, we have car clubs, we have performers, we have businesses, we have basketball tournament. So, like I said, there's something for every unit of the community to glean from Black on the Block.
Now, I'm going to revisit that question a little more so you can bring it out, because I really want everyone to be connected. I don't want anybody to miss out. When you say expo, you're saying that you're going to be doing things for people, and all they have to do is show up. They can receive something, they can benefit. Things are going to happen for their lives. That's what you're saying. Am I right, or is there something that I'm missing?
That is an absolutely awesome and perfect interpretation of what an expo looks like. All you have to do is show up, and there will be something for you to benefit from, whether it be just seeing something cool, hearing something new, or winning something amazing in one of our raffle giveaways.
No, I think you just grabbed a whole bunch of people and you brought them down to the event, because everybody likes to receive. And it's really great when you can receive something that actually benefits you, that does something for you, or that it empowers the family. And that's the part that I like. The reason why I said I wanted to bring you back into the studio and let you talk to the people, because you're not only doing something, you're doing something to empower people to bring their lives in a greater capacity for performance, for just making their lives work. I just want to say thank you again, and I appreciate that. But I got to ask you a question. This Black on the Block, where did the name Black on the Block come from? How did you bring that into play?
Well, you know what? It's funny that you asked me that, because I was just talking to a friend about the origins of that name and my connection to that name. I actually was reading a book in my undergraduate studies where I was an African American history major, and the book was entitled Black on the Block. And from there, I was learning, a lot of the different social and political and historical systemic challenges that were confronting the Black community and changing the condition of the Block. right? And then also, as a kid, we had ongoing parties on our block. And those are called block parties, right? So in those block parties, um, it really was a community feeling of togetherness and being connected and doing scavenger hunts and getting free stuff, having cotton candy and all kind of cool stuff. So those two then collided, right? Those two experiences of mine collided to create Black on the Block Expo, where we are considering the needs of the community in that we support businesses, we support entrepreneurship, but we also know that we need to foster the spirit of fun and family and togetherness. And so that is how we get this platform that is layered with so many different opportunities for each unit of the community to get something from the day, whether you're a single guy who likes to play basketball, whether you're a mom, and a family, whether you like cars, whether you have a business to promote, you have a talent, there's something for everyone because the community is multifaceted. And so events that serve the community have to mimic that, right? Art imitates life, so they say.
Well, like I said at the very beginning, there are people in the background who move the parts so that someone can be successful. I appreciate that. Now, I gotta ask. At first, I want to make a statement. I listened to what you said about the block, and when I was young, we had a block and we had a group of people. We all integrated. We all had fun, and I'm thinking that if anyone grew up on a street where everyone didn't know everyone, you really missed out. That is a fun and a fantastic block of people. That's how I grew up, and it was just wonderful. So when I heard the Black on the Block, I'm thinking to myself, hey, that's what we were. That's what we did. We grew up with a block of people that just integrated. Now, now I want to bring out a thought that you said. Did you want to say something? Here, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it has its ups and downs, when you come from a close-knit community where your parents know their parents and your kids play with their kids, right? As a kid, sometimes it was like, yay, we get to go to our friends. But then sometimes it was like, oh no, Mr. So-and-so saw me doing something I wasn't supposed to do. So that a level of the components that you find in Black on the Block Expo is accountability, right? And sustainability of connections. So we that is where our entrepreneurship portion comes in because it encourages entrepreneurs to move young entrepreneurs to move their businesses from a lot of times just social media platforms or just ideas or just school projects to something that actually is a functioning, viable, um, income generating opportunity. And so there's that accountability measure that the block and the community can bring for one another to support ongoing growth.
Now, for someone listening to the program today, let me articulate what she just said to me. Black on the Block is a networking organization that if you are a young entrepreneur, you have some networking that's going to happen when you show up. Am I right, Vickie?
Absolutely, absolutely. And anyone who's been an entrepreneur for any period of time understands how important networks are. Networks teach you, networks support you, networks hold you accountable. Um, Networks facilitate the connection to resources. So if you are a young entrepreneur, or you're not sure if you're an entrepreneur yet, but you're looking for something that's inspiring and encouraging, and you're not sure where to put that energy, Black on the Block is an awesome place to come and look around and talk to people and see about starting to build that type of network for yourself.
Now, let me reach out for some other people that are in my audience. Is there going to be food there?
Oh, we cannot have without food. So variety food. We're going to keep it diverse so that we can tingle all of our different kinds of taste buds that we have. But absolutely, food trucks will be there and available so we can keep ourselves fed and happy and encouraged while we partake of some of those other resources that we've been talking about.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You just grabbed a whole bunch of more people. You brought them down to the expo because we all, along with entertainment, we got to be fair. We love to entertain ourselves and then have the warmth of community and food. So I just want to say thank you for that. Now, I was trying to work a thought that you could impassion people to come down. You've done that. Now I want to find out what was your passion in creating such an event such as this. I mean, you know, you're a young lady, you see life going on, and then all of a sudden I'm hearing that you want to do something for other people. What impassioned you? How does that come about?
Well, you know, Mr. Morris, Black on the Block is an event that was actually inspired by my upbringing in the nonprofit sector. We have a nonprofit organization called Tomorrow's World where we provide housing and life skills training for mentally ill adult men. And we've been doing that for more than 20 years now. So being brought up in an environment not only where my community was connected and supported one another, but in which I was actively involved in supporting improving the quality of life of those struggling with disabilities and mental health conditions, not only served to drive my career path, which is now a clinical therapist, but also to drive my commitment to continue to provide spaces like that within my community, because I got to see firsthand how great of a need there is for that. So everyone should know that all of the proceeds that are generated as result of Black on the Block Expo are donated to the nonprofit organization so that we can continue to provide clothing, shoes, support connecting with Social Security disability, and all of those other essential things that residents require in order to continue to work towards the best quality of life that they can have.
You said a lot there, and I'm hoping everybody heard you. There are a lot of challenges out there, and there are a lot of people that have to incur the challenges, and you're bringing people past the challenges. You're helping them bridge the gap. You're helping them go someplace when something says you can't go. You're actually saying, yes, you can. So I'm hoping that some people really heard that. There was a lot. I mean, you said it so smooth and so clear, but I'm hoping that they really heard inside them that you don't have to just stay where you're at. There are people that are out there with helping hands and helping hearts, and they want to help you to go someplace. Now, I want to, on the back of that statement, I want to ask the question, what sustains you when you get challenged? Because there's a lot of challenges out there. When you're trying to help somebody, there's a lot of things that come against you. What helps you to keep going when you're challenged?
I give what I give because I get so much from the support that I have within my family, right? The networks that I have within my community, personally and professionally, that pour into me. I have strong relationships with the people in my life that sustain me in times where things are difficult or overwhelming or challenging, like we all encounter. So, with that being said, it only motivates me to continue to want to facilitate the opportunity for my community members to have those type of networks in their lives, because in turn it all comes back around, right? Like I'm stronger, so I can make my community stronger. My community is stronger as a whole, so that means the individuals within it are stronger. And it all comes back to touch one another and support one another in building a better future for all of us, for our kids, for our families, for everyone. And in that way, we continue to reverberate outward. And who knows what kind of impact we're going to be making in 10 years, 5 years. We don't know.
I make this statement and I love it. I said, every person is 35 people strong. You have at least 35 friends. Now, with you, I know you have more because whenever I see you at events and places, there's a beautiful smile and there's a strong influence. But I say everybody has at least 35 people that they're friends. And if you do something, you're affecting those 35 people. So I want to again say you are a tremendous force. Question: who was your mentor?
I have so many. I have so many mentors.
Just give us somebody we don't know or we might know. Just give us a few. Just ooh.
I have so many. Definitely my mom, definitely the partners that I've been able to meet and make through doing work with the city. Mayor Robertson has been a great inspiration for me. Um, there's so many community leaders and activists. Mr. Perry, I can't even list them all. Like I get something special from all of the people that are taking their time to coach me, to show me, to model for me. Some people who are inspirations for me who might not even know that they're inspirations for me because I can just see what they do and I'm like, wow, that is something special. I got to learn how to do that, you know? So that's why it's
Eh,
cool to facilitate like an expo because you don't know where the child's eyes are focusing, but you can be certain that when you facilitate an event like Black on the Block Expo, that no matter where their eyes land, there is something encouraging there for them to see and to work toward. And that's enough to accomplish right there.
and that was my lead-in question is, are you mentoring someone so they can be just as strong and influential as you are?
I am not mentoring anyone directly. I hope that my kids are, watching and paying attention because they're definitely an inspiration for me to want to show them what is possible, even when you can't articulate it yet. You can be walking in it already. And so I'm
Mhm.
hoping they're watching and I'm hoping that other kids are watching and are seeing a person who maybe looks like them or maybe who came from where they come from or maybe who talks in a way that they're familiar with and they're like, oh, he must know what. I hope I.
No, you are. You're mentoring people just by coming on the program, just by establishing your point, by saying what it is that you're doing for the community. You're mentoring. There's someone in our audience who's saying, I can't, I want to do what she's doing. There's somebody in there. You're mentoring. Because like I say, you know more than 35 people. You know a lot of people. Like I said, I see that fantastic, confident smile every time I go to an event and I see you there. So you're mentoring. Now, I want to ask you a question. This is your chance to elaborate, encourage somebody to come on down to the expo. What are your goals for the expo this year? What is it that you want to accomplish?
I every year, I will say this, every year, my goal for the expo is to reach more people and provide something for them that they find valuable, something that directly enhances their experience in this life, whether that be laughter, whether that be a cash prize, whether that be, selling some goods, getting some exercise. Um, that's why I continue to add layers. We continue to add layers to the event every year because we recognize that the needs of the community are multifaceted. And so the expo has to continue to grow and to expand. And so our goal always is to provide an opportunity, a space for people to get something valuable. And it's not always monetary.
I really enjoy hearing a conversation such as yours. I really enjoy that because there are so many people out there that they want to get off the couch, they want to go someplace, they want to do something, and they don't have the directions, nor do they have the connections to make it happen. You are a direction and you are a connection. And there's a reason why I wanted to expand every thought that you put forth to me is because I'm hoping somebody grabs on and hooks into what it is that you're saying, what it is that you're doing, so that they can, like I said, there are people behind the scenes moving parts so that someone can be successful. So I'm hoping that they can be successful as they come to the expo. I'm really, really wanting that to be an explosion for you. Question, my last question, and that's this. Is there anything that you'd like to say that we haven't covered? Is there anything you'd like to add?
I would like to add that given that the expo is put on by 100% community volunteers in efforts to continue to support spaces like this in our community and also to support nonprofit organizations who, by the way, register for the expo for free. Youth vendors register for the expo for free. That means anyone under 18. We are always looking for sponsors and donors to support all of the things that have to happen in the background to put on an event of this magnitude. So they can follow us on at Black on the Block Expo on Instagram and Facebook. And they can also reach out to us through the links in the bios via phone or email to make a donation and support the community effort to keep things like this going.
Your next event?
After
the
Black
date?
Expo?
That's
It is October 15th, 2022 at Rialto City Park.
from 12 to 4. So you got a lot of time. Actually, you can eat, rest, and eat again. You got a lot of time. There's a lot of events that are going to be happening, and we're just knowing that a lot of people are going to come this year because you have something for everyone. I want to say thank you, Vickie, for coming into the studio. Thank you for expressing to the people in our audience that there is something for them. They can be connected, that they don't just have to want to do something, they can do something, and you're there for them. Black on the Block Explosion is there in the community October the 15th.
Yes, sir.
To launch somebody forward so that you have a better rest of your life. I want to say thank you for coming into our studio and to our audience. This is an event happening in your community to empower you. Thank you, Vickie.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Morris. I always appreciate you. Such a gracious host. And thank you to the audience for, like you said, letting us into your living room for just a few minutes.